She's an out and proud feminist and local documentary filmmaker who focuses on telling the stories of historically marginalized population. After years of international travel with her films, Beth returned to her family in Napa in 2012 and now serves on the county mental health board and is a local activist. Here is Beth.
So I haven't heard this yet, so first I just want to go ahead and acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land on which we stand, the Onosatis and Patwin people, and pay my respect to the elders, past, present, and future. Thank you, Napa Women's March. I know it's a hard thing to tell right now, but it is an amazing time to be a woman, because being a woman means that we can be whatever we want. So, the land on which we stand was inhabited for thousands of years and replaced with colonization. Colonization gave birth to patriarchy, which gave us homophobia, transphobia, and many other phobias that I'm asking you, through unity, to let go of, because I think we all know for certain these do not serve us. This past year was a really big one for our city. For the first time, 7 city and county locations flew pride flags from American Canyon all the way to Calistoga. Through these actions, the Rainbow Action Network was formed, and we have continued that work, identifying what it was that made it possible for us to effect such vocal, powerful change. And a big part of it was you, our allies. Thank you. Allies in unity. So I grew up in this town, but something was never quite right for me. Not just my height. I think it was more than just the "what are you" that I received on the daily, because my race was such an enigma to people, and people really struggle when they can't put you in a box. But I also knew that I was another kind of different. I've been very open about my struggles with depression throughout my childhood. Some of it was intergenerational trauma, as I do come from a very long line of survivors, but some of it was also the darkness of the closet. I came out during a hospitalization when I was 20 years old after not wanting to live, and I am so grateful I was not successful in that. Thank you, I love you. Today I am partnered to a fellow travel, and my most favorite family trip to date was this past year, going to New York City for World Pride. 2019 marked the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising, where on June 28, 1969, a bunch of queens, kings, people of color, and other marginalized folk within an already marginalized community had become accustomed to police officers raiding their social spaces to harass, taunt, before and after arresting them, finally stood up to the cops and said no more. In honor of this anniversary, my little family went to New York City for World Pride, and we marched with the Two-Spirit people. As an adoptee, knowing my culture was not my privilege. I've had to seek out the knowledge of my ancestors. For me, Two-Spirit is the closest label that resonates if I had to wear one. The idea that some people are born with both masculine and feminine, that we walk through the world with two spirits, is what I have felt my entire life. Families who had Two-Spirit children were considered blessed. Can you imagine? I really believe that misogyny came with the same colonizations that attempted to wipe out the first people whose land on which we are now gathered. I really believe that all homophobia and transphobia stem from misogyny, because we are still in a place where we value masculinity above femininity. But we can change that, and I see it changing. If we can respect the way our first people lived, the very people who respected Mother Earth so we can enjoy her today, if we can remember that our trans and non-binary folk are also sacred, and I would even argue our keepers of authenticity, because by living our own most honest gender, we can help others live their most honest gender. And we can move forward in peace, knowing that we all live on a spectrum. So I just want to say something about allyship. You know, the word ally is powerful. It is not simply additional. Allyship multiplies. You know, I came out in 1994, before Ellen, and we've come a long way since then. Thank you. But I want to ask you all to step up again just a little bit more. And what does that look like? I know we have children here in Napa who do not fit the norm. Children who may very well be non-binary, trans, or even two-spirit. But we must not forget, before any of these labels, these are our children. One of the first things we can do is stop asking them or their parents what they are. Stop looking for pink or blues to look for boy or girl. Gender is deeply personal, and it is not for any single person to tell another person what their gender is. And parents, I'm a parent. My almost 3-year-old is over there on the ground. Remember, your children are not reflections of you. They were sent to you to be loved. So love them without ego. Love them purely for whomever they may be and all that is not yet revealed to you. If you have a child who is different, remember, you are blessed. Go in peace, be kind to one another, and let's continue making Napa a place that is inclusive for all of us. I love you. Thank you.